on, Ben. Let's go shopping.
Come on, let's get in this game.
Go, take care of business.
He is some strong.
Come on, Jesse. One.
Good enough to make him do it. Game count, Albert. Albert, game count. 3-0.
3 up on shopping and business.
Yeah. 3-2 Douty. But 1-0 Phil.
3-2.
What up? Cut. 2-1, Phil Arnold. Excellent defenses. 2-0. Nope.
I don't understand how Phil thinks he can beat Jesse by setting the puck there and firing it. Maybe faking and delaying a little bit, but Jesse's charging him too well. And he's not even setting the fire and then hitting around the charge. He's just basically trying to fire it.
Yeah, you're right.
Shot selection. I mean, that's Jesse's game.
I know. I don't know where he's
And
going.
Jesse's defense is well set up to stop that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe Phil feels he's incapable of drifting the puck and hitting it accurately, setting up some drift. Now look at that. There he drifted. Jesse was wide open for a bank around. And that's another thing Phil's not doing. He's not doing anything creative at the end of a drift.
Yeah.
He's doing the predictable.
Yeah.
You know, if you do something creative, Jesse's wide open a lot of times.
3-2, yeah. 3-2 Jesse. Goes charge. Dale. Jesse Douty. Jesse, Phil didn't do it. Phil's not.
That's the kind of stuff I've been talking about.
Yeah.
Drift, do something different, bank around.
Yeah. Phil, I think, it would seem, at least in theory, would be more capable of doing stuff to come up, make 3.
There's another excellent charge. Phil drifted out for the cut and did the cut.
Yeah.
Jesse was at the line to meet him.
Yep.
3 over here, I believe. Shoppy has beat Vince in the 17th league.
What's the score here now? 5-4 now. Jesse Douty.
Good play, man. Good for him. Scare of my life.
He made that point, and then you let it go. He made it again. That's when you get it out. Left out there. I was leaving by 4. No, it was 5.
What? The second
It was 5 balls he hit 2 in a row.
I thought it was 5-4.
Say.
It's dumb.
Cut. Match point 4, Douty. Yeah, bank under. That's point 5.
That's what he needs to do.
Yeah.
He's not doing it.
No, should have done it a long time ago.
Yeah. Seven and 4, Douty. 4 games 2.
That's it. It's all over.
So, hey, what you think of my match with Phil?
Well, come over here into the spotlight, Jesse. All I can say of your match with Phil is, first of all, I congratulate you for playing great, especially on offense, without having any practice. Mental, you're able to direct your body to do what it needs to do. I wish I was playing you, though, because
Yeah, you got one of those games that if my defense isn't there,
your defense isn't there.
which
And
it isn't.
I told Phil I was absolutely disgusted that he did not take advantage of all the times you were charging out and could be banked around. He did it some. What I think happened was, he got you on his cuts. I think against Phil, it's the same thing. It takes you a couple games to get used to his cuts again and his banks. You started to get used to, and then you started to charge the hell out of him. And you were, but you were not charging like an experienced charger who's been playing week after week. And you were open so many times. I said, Phil, why aren't you just flicking it around? Why aren't you? He had to do something and he was trying to set the puck there, and just with shot selection beat you. And maybe he thinks he can do that, but I know I can't do that.
You can keep it close. You can keep it close that way, but it's very hard to win.
I don't think he beat you. What he had to do was drift the puck, put some drift on it, and then at the end of the drift, do something
Far
creative.
away. Yeah.
No, not just when he would drift, and then he would do the expected shot. He'd drift for the cut and do the cut.
And I'd come out.
And you're sitting there at the center line, either stuffing in his goal or getting possession. And he just didn't do it enough, and he was, mentally, I think the way you were playing on defense, Dubasar probably would have picked that up and beat you.
Possibly. When I went against Phil, I had two possibilities. One is I know that my out defense when it's in practice is almost unstoppable. Okay. However, when I'm out of practice, it's got holes all over the place. Right now, I've got holes all over the place on it. And
I noticed you've been fooling around with different positions.
Yeah.
You started out in the tournament trying to be way out just to get out.
Yeah.
And then against Phil, the first few games, you were way back. And because Phil tends to intimidate you with
Well,
a drift.
I was out, and then after about a game and a half, I came back. And what I was going to do is I knew that Phil's game plan would be geared on an out defense. Okay, I mean a way out defense, which is fine with me if my out defense is working, and it's in practice. But since it's not, I almost elected to play a totally back defense right from the start. What I said was no, let's see if Phil can beat the out defense first. And if he can't, then I'm going to go to a back charge defense.
Yeah.
Okay? And I figured the back charge defense, one thing that it usually does with most players is it gets them to start shooting less accurately. Okay? Once I went to the back charge, Phil was thinking so much about it, he started missing his shots. So that incredible accuracy he had early wasn't quite there. And then what I did at that point was I said, okay, if I get in trouble in my match, what I'm going to do is I'm not necessarily going to go to the forehand, which would have been an extreme last resort, although I threw a couple in there in the beginning just to make sure that it was there, and it felt like it was there. But what I intended to do was paralyze him with right wall banks. Okay, no one expects me usually to hit banks.
Well, no, I mean, that's what you did last time, was the right wall to paralyze him, but you didn't really have to go to that.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Not right wall overs so much. You didn't do it over and over again like you did.
Well, what I was doing was
I thought you were hitting it variety.
I was hitting it on either side, yeah. I mean, that paralyzed him. It was open on both sides. And then once I did that, and he was thinking so much about that bank, then my cut straight shot was scoring because, there's only so much you can think about in defense. If a guy's beating you to death on right wall banks, you're not going to be able to concentrate on that and then concentrate on a very strong cut straight shot.
Do you think Phil really wanted to beat you?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, well,
he wanted to beat me as much as I wanted to beat him, I can tell you that. And I really wanted to beat him.
Well, this tournament's getting you in practice. For me.
That's the idea. There we go. That's the idea. If I win,
I'm not even going to say Dubuisson because you did demolish him last time you played.
Yeah,
and
Dubuisson,
who knows if he'll be back.
Dubuisson has scored 2 career wins against me, and I've scored many against him. And Dubuisson, without a doubt, is a great player. And however, like I said, the last time that he played and I played, he was very well in practice.